What's going on YouTube? It's Josh, aka Sloshy Joshy, bringing you another YouTube video. Today we're going to be going over the top 5 quarterbacks that you're going to want to draft in your fantasy draft this year. Not necessarily like the no-brainers like Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, like top of the board ones. These are more of like the kind of, I think, mid to late round steals of the draft. Maybe quarterbacks that I think can probably get in the top 10, top 5 in fantasy in the later rounds, that potential steals basically. So let's go ahead and lead it off. This one's like a half point because I know he's hype. His return's coming. But it's like a 50% chance, I think, right? This guy's, I think people are kind of shying away from him now, also because of his shoulder injury, and it's Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, obviously that gross injury, that unfortunate injury that happened last year. He's been rehabbing. He's recovered for the most part. I think he said he feels 100%, but now he's dealing with the shoulder issue. The Cowboys have brought in some Texas Rangers pitching coach to examine his shoulder. It kind of throws a red flag. But this video is being made on August 9th. If that gets completely cleared before camp, this guy's a must draft. And I'm talking like top 5 quarterback in the league. This guy's going to go off again. Before he got injured, he was throwing for like 500 yards a game. Their defense is terrible. They're always down, so they're always throwing. And he's got some weapons. He's got Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, Michael Gallup there. So this dude gets the ball to the right place, to the right hands, to the hot receiver. And their offense is great, man. Cowboys' offense is great. There's no doubt about it. So Dak Prescott's going to be my number 1 QB you have to draft this year. All right, and coming up at number 2, this is a guy that has a lot of upside, and I'm seeing him go as a backup most of the time in these 10, 12 team mock drafts, and that's Matthew Stafford of the LA Rams. This guy has such high potential. I almost guarantee him to throw for 30-plus touchdowns and 4,000-plus yards this year. I think he's going to have an insane year. Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, probably the best targets he's had since Calvin Johnson retired. The Rams got a great defense. The offense is going to be humming. I think the LA Rams are one of the favorites to come out of the NFC this year. Matt Stafford, was always a solid stat guy in Detroit. Just never had the team really to get him to the playoffs. I think this team does, and I think he wins. They go deep into the playoffs. So Matt Stafford's definitely a quarterback that I would love to have on my team this year. New team, lots of good weapons, and we know his arm's talented, so there's no question there. So Matt Stafford's number 2. Coming in at the 3 spot, we have Mr. Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill is sneaky with his legs. A lot of people didn't know that. He runs a lot, gets a lot of yards, gets a lot of rushing touchdowns, actually. So if you're into that kind of thing, Ryan Tannehill's a good guy at that. Passing stats have always been pretty solid too. They got Derrick Henry. They run a lot. That is one kind of downside of this pick. But I do think they brought in Julio Jones for a reason. A.J. Brown and Julio are going to be insane. An insane duo. Probably the best in the league. Tannehill has got a good enough arm to get him the ball consistently. I think they're both going over 1,000 yards this year for sure. I think Tannehill has a great year. I think the Titans make a run in the AFC again like they did last year. So Ryan Tannehill's sitting in my number 3. Definitely a quarterback I want to have on my team. And yeah, he's fallen. So if you get him in a late round, lucky for you. Number 4 on the list. This guy had a great rookie year. It fell short I guess it was shorter than most rookie years. He didn't play a full season because he got injured. Unfortunate. Joe Burrow. Looked very good last year. Him and Herbert were dueling for Rookie of the Year. Herbert kind of ran away with it, and then Burrow got injured kind of within a few weeks of each other. But I think Burrow showed a lot of good in the NFL. I think Burrow and Herbert are going to be compared throughout their career, to be honest. But they're both going to be here to stay. I think they're both very talented quarterbacks. Joe Burrow's got some more weapons. They added Jamar Chase. That's about it. But he's got a new weapon, Jamar Chase, which he's very familiar with. They played at LSU together. The chemistry's there. So Jamar Chase is a great receiver. T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. You got some good catchers there. They're probably going to be playing down a lot, so there's going to be a lot of passing going on, I would guess. They're probably the worst team in that division still. But yeah, Joe Burrow, I think he's got a ton of upside this year, and he's going like 13, 14, 15, QB 14, 15. So you could snag him. He's a great bench quarterback, but a low end quarterback one, but still at the value at the round he's going is pretty insane. So I put him on the list. Joe Burrow's number 4. And last but not least, this guy's getting overlooked like crazy. I see him not even getting drafted, which I think is pretty insane. And there's Big Ben. Let's not forget about this guy, all right? This guy is an elite Hall of Fame quarterback. Sure, his arm might be fading a little. I still think he has a good arm for his age. I think he's throwing the ball pretty well. He's got great targets in Chase Claypool, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Deontay Johnson, as well as rookie Najee Harris. So they got a little bit of a run game. I know Big Ben was saying they didn't have any run game last year, so defenses were just guessing pass every single play, and they were able to do that successfully because their run game sucked. But now they bring in a rookie, increases the run game for sure. I think Big Ben will have a little more play action opportunity maybe this year. I think he spreads the ball out good. A lot of good young targets on that Steelers offense. So I got him as a must draft as well. I don't know why people aren't drafting him. Even as a backup, you got to pick him up because he could outplay your quarterback one before the year's all said and done. So Big Ben's my number 5. And that's it for the list. What do you guys think? Let me know if I left someone off that you thought would be on this list. I tried to not do the obvious ones. I tried to do like kind of that mid to late tier quarterback. So let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe on the video. Hit the bell to get notified every time I upload. And I'll see you guys on the next video.